The second Sanford International has quite the opening act to follow after last year's incredibly successful inaugural event. And with 41 days to go till the first tee shot, we do know that there will be a new champion. Today was Media Day at Minnehaha Country Club with Andy North and defending champion Steve Stricker on hand and playing golf with media and club members. Now, during the press conference, Stricker announced that he will not be able to defend his title due to the fact he drew an elk tag and will be on a previously scheduled hunting trip during the week of the tournament. Though the defending champ won't be there, Bernhard Langer and Davis Love III committed to play today as well, making everyone confident that the International will only get better with time and hopefully a little better weather.
Langer, what he's done is so special. I mean, to win in his 60s, winning major in his past 60 is ridiculous. Davis is still playing quality golf against the kids. So, you know, he can really play. He can still hit it a mile. It'll be really fun for people to get a chance to see.
You got a tremendous support from the community. Even though we had weather problems, the community came out and supported it. And that shows you got the makings of a very special event here, and hope it continues and grows, and you know, because the bottom line is all charity.
The second annual Sanford International officially tees off on Thursday, September 19th, concluding on Sunday, the 22nd. Jeff Meyerink put on one of his best performances ever to win his first South Dakota Amateur Match Play Golf Championship last month, but the victory came at a cost. Brandon Green has more on our Carl's TV and Appliance Athlete of the Week.
It was very satisfying, great experience. I've been playing golf a long time, and I never would have expected it this year.
Jeff Meyerink won his first SDGA Men's Match Play Golf Tournament Championship with a 3-2 win over Chris Long. And for the 39-year-old, this tournament was different than others.
Between Thursday and Sunday, I probably played as much as I did all year combined. And it's starting to catch up with me. Feeling a little bit from the grind.
Plagued by a bad back injury throughout the weekend, Meyerink's morning routine before taking the course had to start a little bit earlier.
At about 4:30, getting my stretching done, just trying to get as loose as I could, sit in the hot tub for a little bit, just get it as warmed up as I possibly could before I took off to get over to Brandon.
The stretching not only loosened up his back, but his mindset as well.
Go out there and have fun. I really didn't have anything to lose this week. Playing just one-on-one against your competitor, you always kind of know where you're at and what you need to do during the round to kind of put some pressure on them.
Meyerink says he doesn't know if he'll pick up the clubs again this year. He has to go through physical therapy to repair his back, but he does say this injury won't stop his love and drive to play the game.
I just really think it's probably the greatest game there is, because it's something that you can teach your kids. It's also something you can play your whole life. I mean, that's a huge part of it right there.
Back injury and all, this has been a special year for Meyerink. In Mitchell, Brandon Green, KDLT Sports.
The State B-Legion baseball tournament is down to its final four. Though host Lennox is assured a spot in tomorrow's championship, three other teams have a chance to make it a three-team affair. Redfield trying to be one of those three, but they'd have to upend the unbeaten hosts to do it. They were down 2-0 in the first. When they get to work, Christian DeYoung with an RBI single, part of a three-run frame in which Lennox's starter fails to retire a batter before getting pulled. However, in the second inning, Redfield's 3-2 lead doesn't last long. Barack Anderson, strong, long, and plenty on for a solo shot. They would tack on two more, and Lennox led 5-3 after two. Redfield would answer in a big way, though, in the third, down one with two out and two on. Zach Kuka with a clutch hit. 2 runs come in, and Redfield takes a 6-5 lead. And they just kept pouring it on in that inning to the tune of 7 runs as Barrett Wren nearly leaves the yard, instead settles for an RBI double. And they win a slugfest to keep their season alive, 15-11. The early elimination game was between Hartford Humboldt and Winter Cologne. We were scoreless into the third inning. Defense a bit of an issue for Winter Cologne. Clayton Hanisch with a chopper. Tough play, and then the throw gets away from the catcher at home. Cooper Maris scores as Humboldt Hartford got a pair of runs on a pair of errors. Still in the third, here is some good defense from Winter Cologne. Carter Brickman with the catch in left and the gun home for an easy, a rarely easy 7-2 double play. However, Winter Cologne still couldn't get out of the inning as Hartford Humboldt pulls the double steal. Carter Powell takes home. It was 4-0 after 3. Bottom 4, Winter Cologne gets on the board and made things a bit interesting as Oscar Pravchik leaves the yard down the left field line. They got to within 4-2. However, Hartford-Humboldt finishes it off 9-2. So the schedule for Championship Tuesday will be as follows. Redfield and Hartford-Humboldt at 1 o'clock. The winner of that game gets Lennox shortly after. For all the marbles, we'll have plenty of highlights. Rematch of the 1991 World Series between a couple teams hoping to get there this year, the Twins and Braves, and this was a dandy. Bases loaded in the fourth. Luis Arraez with a 2-run single as Minnesota takes a 2-0 lead. Now Atlanta battles back, gets to within 2-1. That's when Max Kepler exits stage center. That makes it 3-1. Now Atlanta comes back to tie the game at 3-3 in the ninth. Twins down to their final out. Miguel Sano with a man on first. Drive home safely. Walk-off 2-run home run. Minnesota's 70th win of the season. They take it 5-3. And finally, Canaries, by the way, they are swept out in Cleburne by a final score of 3-1. And finally, the Summit League apparently is going to be losing Fort Wayne, according to multiple reports. The Purdue-Fort Wayne Mastodons will be leaving the Summit League to join the Horizon League. An official announcement expected tomorrow at 8 a.m. during a press conference. They've been a member of the Summit since 2007 and will likely play out the upcoming year. It'll leave the league at 9 teams when they leave because Kansas City will be coming back in. However, the Baseball League down to 5 teams. That's the minimum number to keep an automatic bid, so I'm sure the Summit would like to add a baseball team into their conference, and I can think of one in Sioux Falls that might be interesting. We're back in 1 moment.